Good afternoon. My name is Bekah, and I'm here live with a midweek connection video for Foothills Christian Church to share with you updates about things going on in the life of our congregation. If you're here, say hello. I'd love to say hi to you. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. If I see it live, I can answer it. If I see it later, I'll come back and respond in that way. We are a week away from Lent, which is hard to believe, and the season of Lent begins with Ash Wednesday. So I wanted to tell you about what I have planned, what our church has planned this year. We are going to do, in the morning of Ash Wednesday, we are going to have a drive-through between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. in our church parking lot where you can drive through with your car, and out of abundance of caution and to do social distance measuring, we're going to have it all pre-sealed, a Q-tip marked with dark material that you can then impose your own ashes, as well as we'll have on hand available a booklet of daily Lenten practices that you can follow along through Lent with you or your family to do. On the back of them are going to be a calendar events of all the things happening during the season of Lent that you can partake in. And I also have shoe polish on hand so that I can mark your car window with a sign of ash or a sign of a cross to be fun in that way. If you'd like, you don't have to have it done. I was going to have the Q-tips loaded up with ashes from our palm branches from last year, but I've been reading lots of different forums about how churches are approaching Ash Wednesday in creative ways this year, and I keep seeing this warning that you can actually have an injury or cause a burn if you mix ashes with water. You have to mix the ashes with oil in order to impose them. And so instead of making sure we don't want anyone to injure themselves, but Jenny, the pastor of First Christian Church of Scottsdale, shared with me what she's doing. She has gotten black eyeshadow and is going to load up her Q-tips in that way. And I think it's just going to be an easier way for people to self-impose their own sign of the cross. So that's what we're going to do as well. So I look forward for you. I would love for you to come by in the morning between 8 to 10 next week for that. But have no fear if you work that time or you are just not available, but you still want some. I have a form that I'm going to link here, but it's also going to come out in our email that gets sent out tonight where you can request for ashes to be sent to you in the mail, where you can receive them that way. They're not real ashes, but material for you to make a sign of a cross on Ash Wednesday. And then I'd love for everyone to share their signs of the cross, whether you impose them on your forehead or on your hand, through our Care and Connect page. Love to see your pictures roll in next week for that. So those are multiple options. Another thing coming in the mail, if you are a family with children, we have a mailing that is going to be sent out the next day or so, loaded up with Lenten activities. One I just showed you, they're going to have this, that you can participate in a family together, but it's also going to have an offering box, a coin box for our special offering Week of Compassion. That's coming up not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. But with it is a calendar, a month-long calendar of suggested coin units to put in on each day, signifying something different to learn about the work of Week of Compassion. So that's why all the families are getting them, because these are intended for kids, a practice, but also kids, we are sending out tattoos of crosses so that you can participate in Ash Wednesday with a temporary tattoo. And some other stuff like that will be there. So be on the lookout in your mail for the next few days for those materials. And our whole theme for Lent this year is called Dig Deep. We're using that name coming from the outreach project we're going to be participating in to raise money to provide water for a family, access to water for a family in Navajo Nation. And but we're going to use that theme throughout Lent. Our devotionals are going to be centered around that theme. Our Sunday scriptures are going to be centered around that theme. We're going to be looking at scriptures, passages that involve water or thirst, or stories about wells. So I'm looking forward to engaging in that way. Speaking of our fundraiser, Dig Deep, we are trying to raise enough money to provide access for water, and we're doing that through an online auction of all handmade goods and items, whether that's artwork or a craft item, something you've made, a pie, a baked good. I know I heard Cal is going to put in a raised garden bed that he is able to build. So there's all different kinds of possibilities of what you could submit as an entry for those auction items. The auction's not going to go live until February 28th, and it'll run for 4 weeks. So it'll go February 28th through March 28th. We'll give updates in worship about how we are on our goal. But to really have it go well, we need to have enough items in our auction to make it a success. And so Lent lasts 40 days plus Sundays. So we have a goal of trying to collect 40 items to auction. Right now we have, I would say, estimate about 20. That's 20 items that have either people have submitted through the form, or I know they're going to submit because I've heard about them. I know Lee Breyer, our outreach chair, has recruited several different ones. So we need to double that. We need to meet our goal. So please hear this as an invitation to submit an item that you've made, or someone you know who has made that, a handmade item that you would like to donate for this cause. Right now we don't yet have very many items that have been made by kids, so we'd love to add that to the total. So if you have a child who'd like to draw a picture or make a bracelet or make something for this cause, we'd love to use that as well for our auction. All the things I've mentioned during this video, I'll provide the details for that later in the description. I'll add the links and more details that you need to make follow up on all of these events and invitations I've mentioned. In addition to access to water, it's cold right now, and so the Navajo Nation has requested items such as boots and blankets and coats that they need to stay warm. And June and Kay have generously been delivered a first round of donations that have come in, and intend to make a few more of those with the representative they have from the Navajo Nation there. And then next week I'm planning to sit down with someone from Navajo Nation to learn more about their culture and other things that they want to share with us about this outreach project, the need for it, but also other interesting things that we can learn more about in that way. So continue to bring your donations, and reach out to me if you have any questions. But I think that's it. It's kind of later today, so I'm going to try to keep it short. We have a board meeting tonight at 6:30, so I need to run home in time for that. Additionally, tomorrow we are having a capital campaign check-in meeting to kind of revisit that area. We had put it on hold right when pandemic started, so we're going to have a check-in meeting tomorrow night, I believe at 7:30. And then this Sunday is our monthly elders meeting after church at 1 p.m. So, all right, I hope you have a great evening, and I invite you to join us for worship on Sunday at 11 a.m. Note the time change continues through the month of February. It'll continue to be at 11 a.m. And then we'll move back to 10 starting in March. All right. I hope you have a great rest of your day.